Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome back to a new Spyro Reignited Trilogy video. Today I am here with the news that Spyro Reignited Trilogy has been delayed. So originally it was coming out September 21, now it is coming out November 13. So I just got back from Japan, I've slept like 2 hours when I got home, I've gone out to dinner, and when I woke up, I saw that it had been delayed. So like there was a rumor, there was like a French website, and everyone was like, oh yeah, no way. And I was like that too. I thought, yeah, whatever, okay, sure. This French website out of nowhere said it's been delayed. There'd been a few rumblings at certain places, and now here it is officially true. There was a statement from Paul Yarn, Activision, basically saying, they're proud to be reigniting it after the years. They're deeply committed to the game, and so they've decided to move it to November 13. Quote, I really hoped you would be rescuing dragons and scorching Rhinox sooner, but the trilogy needs more love and care. In November, when you're exploring the Dragon Worlds, Avalar, and the Forgotten Worlds, we know you'll agree the extra time was worth the wait. So, time to unpack this. Time to analyze what this means. I will talk about the good things first because there are a few bad things, of course, but there are a few good things too, I guess. It's sort of good, but with an apostrophe, thinking like with optimism, basically. So the first good thing I can think of is that the game has more time, obviously, which means that they can get things right. It means that they can take into account the feedback that has been provided and, cater more to the, desires of the market. Of course, there's a difference between, extreme nitpicking and constructive criticism, which we've gone over. I think most of the stuff you see is pretty fair criticism, and it's as long as it's done, as we've gone over this, but as long as it's done in the right way, of course they're going to listen. So it means more time to look at things. It means more time to promote the game. It means it's probably November. I'm pretty sure. September was pretty stacked. So hopefully November. I think they're competing with maybe a Switch title. There's a Switch title coming out. I think it's Pokemon comes out in November, but that's not really competition if you think about it. It's kind of a different market, different console. So that's exciting. That it will be out, I guess, in a more quiet season, maybe, but I don't know. It depends on who you ask. Having more time, it's good. It means that we're gonna, hopefully things like skyboxes will be more vibrant. Particle effects and environments and all that will get more time, extra polish. I guess the problem is, and how Malloy has just responded to me on Twitter. Yes, okay, so we need to frickin' talk about this. I'll talk about that in a sec. This is live stuff happening right here. Where it could go wrong is the fact that I really hope that they are using this time to make the game better and not just fixing like bugs, and obviously fixing bugs is good, but like what if it's like all like real technical stuff and like everything's just going to look exactly the same and nothing is going to be like aesthetically improving? That would be a problem. So when we talk about when I think about like negative sides to this, unfortunately it's where skepticism sets in, but I'll bring up sort of an anecdotal a personal story for me. Why this is terrible. I know that it's good because it means if the game's gonna be less glitchy, it's great. It is objectively great. But in terms of my personal life, this is really, really problematic because my good friend Al Malloy booked a flight to Adelaide to play Reignited Trilogy with myself and Nintendo N64. He specifically came down here so we would be able to play this game. Obviously, he wanted to visit Australia for a while, and we have obviously met multiple times, and it's always a good laugh, and it's going to be a fantastic meetup, as usual. However, we'd be lying if we didn't say that the inspiration for the meetup was because of this game, and now he's going to come over and the game is not going to be out. So that is really, really disastrous for us. He can't afford. We could probably pull together money and get the flight changed, but that costs a lot of money. And November's a different time. I've got a lot going on, so it's like it's very disappointing from that perspective. And I've got messages from some of my friends, some of my subscribers like Harry and Amelia and stuff like that, who have told me that that their plans have been changed now because they expensive time off. You got to remember that a lot of my subscribers and people that play Spyro now are older, they have jobs and stuff like that, they need days off to actually play these games. You can't just be like, oh, I'm staying home. Like if you're on uni holidays or something like that, well, you're all good. But what if you're not, And so that's a really, really, it's a hugely negative aspect of this, is that it changes plans. Activision, it's pretty big of them to do this, because like, you don't see it all too often with Activision where they're changing this. So I think that if anything, it means that they really want to get it right. It either means this, they really want to get it right, or the game is absolutely disastrous beyond the footage we've seen, and like they're just not even close to being done. When I think about the negative side, I think that there was a quote from Jonathan Dornbush from IGN saying that like the download will still be required. Now, they're still vague about what this actual download is properly. I feel like if you're getting an extra 2 months, I want Spyro 2 and 3 to be on that disc. I do not want to have to download potentially 30 gigabytes to play Spyro 2 and 3, because you think about what that actually means for the you see what that actually means for the consumer. If you think about what it means for the consumer, it's disastrous, because it means that anyone that lives in a rural area with like average internet speeds, they are utterly fooked. Captain Fook in New Japan. It's not good by any stretch of the imagination, having to download that big a file, especially when you download especially when you purchase a retail version. The game should be on the disc. So that's a negative side. Obviously, as I've said, there could be the concern that it's a mess. But beyond that, I think you have to just accept it. There's not much you can really do about it. We have to accept that this is the case. The other interesting wrinkle is, of course, and I've been in Japan while a lot of this, download stuff's, been on, and I could not be gladder that I was away, because I honestly, it's such a nightmare to even try and talk and speculate about. Like, I'm glad everyone's done videos about it, but it's like, I'm staying away from it, because I fully don't know the details yet. But what was interesting about that whole thing is the inclusion of Sanzaru Games logo on the back of the game. What does that mean? It's very interesting. Could this have something to do with the reason why things are delayed? Could there be, multiple, developers working on this? It's interesting. I think we'll see more about it soon. I think at Gamescom, I think next week there's like a festival or thing like Games Festival, and you will be able to play Spyro on there, Spyro 3. So it's going to be our first look at Year of the Dragon. So let's have a look at Year of the Dragon. Let's see what's going on there. Again, as I've said, it's good that we're going to be able to actually, promote. They're going to be able to promote the game more. I hope they do. I hope they don't just shut up and just go away and be like, oh well, because this is a big decision. This probably will cost them sales, And same with some of the download thing. And this is what I don't want this to happen. Like, this is exactly why I haven't want to talk about it, because I'm going to sound like a whiny baby. But it's like, even though if you're not even morally for the Reignited Trilogy, right? And like, as I've always said, I've always wanted to just see more Spyro games, like new content, actual new Spyro games, not like a remastering of Reignited, whatever. If this does badly, that's the problem. And it's like, you'd absolutely, I'm not with the side of people that say you have to support this. Absolutely not. You do not have to. You vote with your wallet. If you're going to only get a game, you're only going to get one game on a disc that's meant to be 3, well, you know what? That is you're within every right to not want to purchase it. But it's like, oh my god, like if this fails, that's it for Spyro. They'll go back to Skylanders and it'll be an absolute disaster. But let's hope that doesn't happen. I'll leave it at this for now. I'll be back soon with video, we'll talk about all the really good, all the new footage of the Haruko stuff. It's excellent. I've showed at the start of this video. This is just like I'm just using footage. Seriously, I look like an absolute piece of crap. You should see me. I'm so tired from I did not sleep on the flight. And I've got like sinuses, and my eyes look like they're like half. I look like I am a Xanax addict. It's not good. So I'll be back with more videos and stuff like that soon. Also want to quickly bring up the ISGP World Tag League, which is the next tournament we're running. You can sign up if you're interested. It's like a tag team Spyro speedrunning tournament. It is going to be a lot of fun. I'll be doing a video about that very, very soon. So yeah, comparison footage stuff coming soon with Harukos and Harukos analysis, and plenty more where that came from. It's going to be very exciting, regardless of this. You know, it means more promotion, more videos, we can make more stuff about all this stuff. So let's hope that everything ends up okay. I sincerely hope everything ends up okay. I'm going to stop rambling now because I need to get to sleep. Thank you for watching, guys. See you later.